haven't done any filming for, well, quite a while. There's absolutely no need to whatsoever. But an interesting thing is, I again haven't charged up overnight, and I don't think I charged up the night before either. And I'm on 24% now. And I'll probably, when I get to my parents' house, I shall be down to about 10% if I'm lucky. But it sort of became apparent to me that I'm sort of basically never driving on the edge. So weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks can pass. There's never been a point where, like, wow, I'm real close to running out. It's just always fully charged, basically. I'm never pushing the limits, and that's just living normally and doing my usual routine that I do did do with the petrol car. So it shows you that once it beds in, after the first couple of weeks, after pushing it as hard as you can and driving it where you can, push it to see what the limits are. In everyday life, certainly for me, and I've done quite a lot of miles, done almost 7,500 now, only about 50 miles off 7,500 since January 24th, and it's now June the 12th. So it's not low mileage by any stretch of the imagination. So I think we're on par for about 21,000 a year. It's pro rata. Hopefully it won't actually be that because my contract's 10,000. But yeah, so this is one of the few occasions where I've intentionally not charged it, where I'm going to be going, wow, this is getting low, and I might get a low battery warning. For the first couple of weeks, I had loads of those because I was driving like a madman. But yeah, it's amazing how it just beds in, and I've had no issues. Remarkable. Well, there you go, there's my 2 cents worth. Might be the only bit in this weekly vlog. So I'm probably going to have to switch to monthly vlogs, to be fair. Because there isn't really any content I can put in it. Too much. Basically, I'm driving this car around. It's like an ordinary car, and I've had no issues. And I'm not even living on the edge of running out. So there you go. Don't know if you can hear this, but it's a hum. First time I've ever heard a hum coming out of the car. I shall pop up the bonnet and have a little look. Where is the bonnet latch? There it is. Let's have a little look, shall we? Can't get it with this door open, I suppose. That'd be the next thing. No, can't get it with that locked in. Which is a bit of a shame. Okay, got in. Wow, it's pretty warm. Flipping it. Yeah, it's hot. It's really hot. It probably is always hot, just never ever. Can't tell where noise is coming from there. Oh, perhaps it's running a pump, is it, to cool it or something? Yeah, it is. I can feel it running through the pipe here. Hold my hand over it, I can feel it. Yeah. It's interesting, isn't it? Never ever noticed that before. Must be a pump. There we go. Answers that one. I wonder if it's because the sun's directly on it, or it's a warm day. But there we go. We're in Sainsbury's, and oh, what's that? Oh, it's another Nissan Leaf, Mr. Redmond. There we go. Bullingham, Mr. Redmond, Bullingham. How you doing? We've seen another Nissan Leaf, haven't we?
Yeah, it's
pink. Bye.
Oh, you're so strong. Bye! Bye guys! Thanks for coming! Hey, thank you! Love you! Look how strong he smells. I mean, is.
Okay, that's freewheeling.
Yes.
Morning, 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 morning. 100%, or it was. I've been sat here now, it's just dropped to 99. But anyway, 7499 miles. It's 14 degrees C Here is my state of charge on Leaf Spy, which is usually what it shows when it's 100%. And there's the other stats. Today I am going to try to get the most mileage I can out of it, because it's probably going to be quite a hot day. So 7499. Been sat here with it on for, I don't know, 2 minutes probably. It has dropped down, but anyway, that's it there. So I'm going to give it a go today. Like I said, I promised I'd try and do, and we'll see how many miles I can get out by driving as crazily hypermiling as I possibly can. Neutral, everything, you name it. I shall be driving like a saint. See if I can beat my 98 miles with the new increased temperature. I mean, we're talking 9:05 in the morning and it's 14 degrees already, so we'll give it a go and see how we get on. Okay, 55%, and that's where we are at the moment. It's 1:34. I have to say I did have a break between the first lot of filming. I haven't been travelling that long. 18 degrees. And there we go, 7546 and 47 miles. So we shall see where it gets me. I'm not just going round and round in circles, I'm actually doing a route. I'm checking out some competitors. So I'm travelling all over the place. I've been to Ross-on-Wye, and now I'm in Dursley, Stroud area. That's where I am. I shall take a look at 50%. I'll take a look at Leaf Spy Pro and see what it says on there. If you've got a Samsung Tab, it actually slots in there quite nicely. So you can actually have it down like that, just sort of force slotted in there, and that's not going to fall out. And we're at 51%, so I shall get back to you when it's 50%. But on there it's saying 55%. So there you go. Okay, 50% and 51 miles in. So there we go, we're en route for 100, 18 degrees. There's the trees I got. That's the display, and that's what I got on me Leaf Spy Pro. So GIDS is pretty accurate, in line with what the car's displaying. State of charge, you say 54.4%. So there we go. There's the stats on that. So there,
turn right.
We have the Ecotricity headquarters, which is in Stroud. Okay, going a massive hill now. So we'll just see what sort of percentage I can get back into the battery. Start at 47.2. Just see how quickly it's currently about 15 kilowatts. Put it back in. Coming to a bit of an end now. For some reason the cups decide to be really, really noisy. Cut with money in it. So almost got a percent back in. Almost. Ugh, there's a bump in that. It's going to take a lot to get that in, and I'm coming out now. It's starting to flatten out, so it's not worth it. So almost a percent. I think Nissan should have gone the extra step with the Gen 2 and put in the points of a percent, like you can see on Leaf Spy, because that's quite encouraging to see when you're going downhill. You know, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, going back in, and also so you can really hone down your usage. So it would be quite good if they did that, but I don't think there's a way of doing it. It just displays a percentage, which is better than it was in the Gen 1, where it didn't display a percentage at all. So what I have noticed with the trees, if you have got car wings, then you will know that you can go online and log in, and even though the car only displays a maximum of 5 trees, regardless of how long you sit in it, online it will tell you how many trees that was. So the last instant where I had 5 and it wouldn't go any higher, I had over 9. It said 9 plus. I'm not sure if it stops at 9, but I haven't actually looked into that, but I know it displays more than 5. So if anyone's wondering what they actually got on a specific day, you should be able to check if you're into that sort of thing. At 20%, 7579, so 80 miles in. Guessometer, so I can do 20 more miles. There's the stats for you. 17 degrees, it's been 19 most of the time. I'm looking at that on there. So, skids match the battery pretty much exactly, so I presume that's what that percentage is going from, and the state of charge is always slightly higher. In terms of this, I haven't basically hardly ever gone over 20 kilowatt hours in the last 80 miles. Just trying to stay under that. I have gone over a couple of times, but for no real length of time, including a short stretch of motorway I did. Came very slowly off the hard shoulder, or the slip road should I say, and built up speed slowly. So in a minute I will get a battery warning for going below 20%, and we're on our way to getting hardly any battery. Here's the roads I'm driving on at the moment, some back roads, as we're coming towards the end of this second experiment. I'm trying to do over 100 miles, beat the 100 mile barrier. The closest I got to it last time was 98, so we shall see. Right, my parents' house. That's where that is. That's where that is. That's where that is. I won't be charging up here. Funny enough, I'm just going for a cup of tea. That's where those are. Charge. Low battery charge come in. 80. And that. That's what spec it's on. When it gives out that first initial warning. 7584. 18 degrees still. Okay. 10 miles away. Basically. It's doing 100. Flashing 9%. It's way different now. 16.6%. Getting down to the lower end, it's stretched away hugely. I mean, 16.5%. That's now displaying 9. So I suppose it's not ridiculous. I think the most I've ever seen is 5% difference. It seems to be slowly stretching away from it. I'm sure that's going down at a faster rate. Well, I'm not sure than that. It feels like it is. Maybe that's sort of like because you're running out and you're getting worried. But there we go. So 9 miles now, and I've broken the 100 mile limit that I've had so far. Okie dokie, very low battery charge just kicked in at 15.1, 5 gigs, 8% flashing. There we go. 18 degrees still. I'm just trying to find a route now where I can hopefully get home. But also take me long enough away to actually try and get over this 100 mile barrier. I am probably 2 miles from home, so I have to stretch it out a little bit, so I'm heading away from home and trying to do a big loop and come back round again. 98 mile territory now, which maximum I've got before, and I actually ran out at this point, so I'm at 98 miles, uncharted territory now. Still holding a 6%. I'm about to lose that reading, but this time I've got that. I don't know how that helps me, but anyway, I've got that. I think it's still going to cut out through a software thing before that even says 0. When I actually ran out in my drive, and the previous time I did this test, I don't think that would have said 0. I may be wrong. but there we are. I'm just going to spin around and go back the way I came and head off back home again. So let's try that. Lost the reading on the dash, and that is at 13.4 when that's happened. So we shall see. 100 miles. That is 100 miles travelled now. Let's see where we're at. Let's see if we can actually get home. Whoa! 100 miles, that's where we're at. I've got a load of air messages on my phone. That's where we're at, 12.1%. And I can't read the kids because it's refusing 3.9. I got about another 2 miles home. 101 miles. 101. The problem I got here is that it's a big old slog of an uphill. The 2 miles home is pretty much a 2 mile uphill, steep uphill. I'm showing on the GIDS 2.8% and on the state of charge is 10.3. But going by everything else, the GIDS seems to be deadly accurate to what the car displays. So it's saying I've got 2.8% left. I'm consuming 20 kilowatts just to maintain 40 miles an hour. I'm in a 50 mile an hour limit. I'm just over now, I'm about 2.2, about 22 kilowatts I'm consuming, and that's going to have to go up to get up the hill. The steepest part of this hill, I'll need at least 40 kilowatts. So if it goes into turtle mode, I don't think I'll make it up that hill, to be honest. 2.8% on the GIDS at the moment. So we shall see. 9% battery now. I've now done 102 miles. I'll update you in a second. Hey, this is the slog of the hill. This is it now. So this is the power I'm having to consume. I'm doing 36 miles an hour. I might be able to keep it at 30 approximately. My GIDS are showing 2.1, 5.6% charge, it's saying left. Right on the borderline here of getting it kicked into turtle mode, which, if you watched my previous one, found out it restricts it down to 15 kilowatts, which is not really enough to get you over. Still climbing. Big old hill. It's up here. Oh, it's in turtle mode. Yes, it's in turtle mode. Okay, I've got my foot to the floor and it's 15. I'm trying to climb over the brow of this hill. Motor power limited. We're at 1.8% GIDS, 4.1% battery charge. There we are, and we're at the top of the hill. Woo! Okay, so we're in turtle mode. Hey, hey, hey. Okay, there we go. All for the experimentation. Okay, so 4. I'm going back downhill now. Try and see how much I can pump back in. 10 kilowatts going back in at the moment. Motor power, it still says motor power is limited. Don't think I get it back out of turtle mode. That's what's going in. I'll see if I can hang it on the 10 kilowatts going back in. See if we can get enough power. And hopefully cars won't be coming the other way as I go down. I mean, I can keep a clear run. Can't quite maintain 10 kilowatts going back in. By the way, I've done 104 miles. So I've got 5% on there now. Okay, home. Total mode on. So basically, I have done 105 miles. I got 5.1% left on that. It ain't going to give me that, I don't think. 1.8 on the GIDs. Yeah. Okay. I would go out a bit more. I don't think I'll get a mile out of it though. So 105 miles. There you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I didn't. Like.